As many people try to escape the fighting, others are trying to make their way to the front lines to deliver aid.
Over the weekend, a nonprofit called Israel Friends chartered a flight from Los Angeles to Israel, bringing more than 200 reservists and volunteers, as well as supplies. Joining us now live from Jerusalem is Jordan Freed, co-founder of Israel Friends. And Jordan, thank you for taking a few moments for us. As we just mentioned, so many people right now desperately trying to get away from the fighting, but this was a plane full of people who felt compelled to travel to Israel. Can you please tell us about their motivations and some of their stories?
Absolutely. About a week ago when the war broke out, I got a phone call from a very good friend, an SOS call to help get reservists with call-up orders back to Israel. Flights started getting canceled. Insurance companies were putting pressure on the airlines to stop incoming flights to Israel. We took it upon ourselves, israelfriends.us. We took it upon ourselves as a nonprofit to charter a flight from Los Angeles, from LAX, coming to Israel, with over 150 people who were civilians just a week ago, but are now reservists, and upon landing in Israel, now active military personnel.
This flight also brought supplies to Israel. What do people on the ground need the most right now?
We had 17 tons of cargo on this flight, and we're excited to continue this mission. We have another 100 tons of cargo on its way, God willing, at the end of the week, coming to Israel. We're in desperate need of defensive gear. Israel was attacked, a surprise attack. Over 1,200 Jews slaughtered, the most killed in any day since the Holocaust. They need vests, bulletproof vests. They need helmets. They need humanitarian aid, medical supplies, tourniquets, basic things. God forbid these Hamas terrorists enter Israel. Again, Israel needs to be in a position to protect itself. So that's our mission at Israel Friends.
Jordan, real quickly, just your connection to this cause. Why did you decide to create this organization?
My grandfather, in Hebrew Saba, fled Germany in 1933 and came here to Israel. Israel has been the homeland of the Jewish people for thousands of years. Behind me, you have the Western Wall, the Kotel in Hebrew, which is thousands of years old, is the last remnants of our second major temple that used to stand right here. People call Jews colonizers. They call us colonists here. We've been here for thousands of years, and my grandfather fought in the War of Independence for this country. He came to America in 1960, married my grandmother, who's American, but when war broke out, I know if he were still alive, he would be here, part of the war effort as well.
Are you looking to fund future flights? What's next for your mission?
Our mission is just beginning. A week ago, I was a software entrepreneur building companies in the blockchain sector. And today, we have to hunker down for a very long time conflict. There's a huge unit of soldiers coming in here. The situation is very tense here. Our intent is to have many more missions like this. As I mentioned, at the end of this week, God willing, we have another 100 tons of cargo leaving Los Angeles on its way to Israel to supply this conflict, doing what other airlines and logistics companies may struggle to do as rockets. Yesterday, rockets flew overhead. And we had to be very quick to get to shelter.
Jordan, before we let you go, what was the feeling or the mood on the plane when you're bringing these 150 people, these reservists, back to Israel? These people like yourself were just citizens last week here in the States. Now they're going to potentially fight, put their lives on the line. What's the general, I guess, the mood of the plane and what they're up against?
I'm getting chills hearing you ask this question, because upon taking off, the plane erupted in a song. Our chant is Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people and the Jewish state is alive. These people want to show the world that we are alive, that we aren't going anywhere, that we are here. And while we can be attacked and while people can question our legitimacy, a people who only exists as only 15 million Jews on planet Earth, that we are all one nation. We're all one Jewish people. So it was a feeling of pride. But as we approached and got closer to Israel, it got much more serious, because upon landing, these people had to go rejoin their units, get necessary training, and many of them are at the front right now. I was at the front with one of them yesterday, and some of them are preparing to enter Gaza as soon as over, who knows, whenever that may happen.
Jordan Freed, co-founder of Israel Friends. Jordan, thank you. We ask that you stay safe. And again, thank you for taking a few moments for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
All right. If you'd like to make a donation to Israel Friends, we have a link on our website, cbsnewyork.com.